now see the current effects of the red circle or the blood moon on the map. It's
I
not
can
in
see
its
that.
full power yet, so it's not affecting the entire world yet. Oh, you guys are in it deep now.
Oh no.
Ugh. Whew. You guys ready?
Whenever you are, sir.
All right. So just to recap, last session, you guys finally made it to Riften. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. You guys have met few interesting people, few adventures. You've met a group of orcs. You've met a elven bard that was with a wizard. Running away from the vampires, you've also met other people like Lyra with her group of adventurers who you guys know have signed up to be in Riften, to be adventurers, a part of the defense force. You guys have also seen a dragon rise up from the ocean over here, from where you guys were staying, around over here next to the ocean. Over here, a dragon rose up, slapped the wave before it hits you guys, and at the same time, behind everybody, this blood moon starts to shine through the night sky. Are you guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. You should see a loading screen on the top part of your screen. Let me know when everybody's 100%. Or if there's no loading screen, that means you're already done loading. So that once everybody is ready, we can go there at around the same time. All right, there we go. It loaded properly for everybody at the same time. All right. It is now around 1 a.m. The people are panicking. You see a guard over here trying to get a hold of a woman that is panicking as to what is that blood moon looking thing in the sky. How about you guys? What do you do in this situation?
I think we might have to kill the vampires, y'all. I think this is their doing.
Oh, whoops. That
Why's
was
it
that
getting
was
All
not
dark?
a
right,
part of
well,
the game.
well,
That's not a part of the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue role playing.
Okay. I think we have to take them out because this is probably their fault.
What vampires are you talking about?
I don't know. The ones that we was fighting. The I don't know, child. I don't
How
know.
did you come up with that conclusion?
I just don't like vampires currently, so I'm just
Uh huh.
blaming them for everything.
All right, Estel, how do you respond to that, or everybody else?
this red light seems familiar. This red glowing
Does it?
reminds me of those crazy voodoo people on top of the mountain.
Oh, all right. So what do you guys do?
No.
Hmm?
What time is it right now?
It is around 1:30 a.m. right now.
Anyone else still sleepy?
Yeah, I'm still tired, but I mean, can we really go to sleep with all this going on currently?
Yeah, I don't know if it's I don't know if we will if it's safe.
So, shall we? Um, I would really like to. before we take on the vampires, I really need this like armor from
As you guys are talking amongst each other, you hear a marching of soldiers coming from this direction over here. They stop at around this area. There's like 20 soldiers, and then amidst them is a Khajiit that is wearing a golden crown with a red jewel on top of it. And as the people are panicking, people are angry, are confused. This mysterious figure snaps his hand, and then all of the guards surround the area. And then he says,
Silence! I shall not have panic in my kingdom.
and then everybody turns their gaze and eyes towards him. And then he said,
Do not panic. Do not be worried. We, the people, my kingdom of Riften has stood against time, creatures, and any demonic spawn you can ever imagine. We are safe. Do not panic. Whatever that thing is, we can manage. Whatever that magic is, we can manage.
and then a guy runs up to him and says, "How are you sure? How are you sure we're not gonna die?" This guy holds him by the neck, pulls him closer.
We're not gonna die. You've stood far worse. Dragons, Draugrs, the dead, vampires, werewolves. You've survived against every single one. You are not to lose heart. It is an order!
And then he tosses the guy to the side with one hand, tells one of the soldiers with a single flick of his finger, he just flicks it. And the soldier immediately knows what that means. They take the guy and they bring him to the dungeon. And then he says,
All the commoners, you may leave. Adventurers and anyone who can fight, stay. We have something to talk about. Those who do not fear death, follow me.
"What do you guys do?"
supposed to stay or follow him because he said, "Our adventures, we need to talk," and he just then he said, "Follow him." I'm confused.
That's up to you. Do you guys want to stay, pretend to be commoners that don't know any combat, that don't have any combat capabilities, or are you gonna follow him?
I don't even know. We don't
We
even
should
know if
go.
it's. We don't even know if it's optional. Like if it's something
We should go.
stupid.
Yeah, true, but we should go just in case something does come up.
All right. Does everybody agree with that?
That way we can figure out a plan if they
Estel?
have one.
Uh,
Estel runs back after scurrying away from behind the building. He looks back and everything seems safe. He turns back, hearing what happened around you guys. So Estel, do you agree or not?
I think we should follow him.
Well then, let's go.
Mm-hmm. All right. As you follow a bunch of other adventurers, the orcs that have danced with you, the group of orcs, are following him. The elven bard and the wizard following him as well. Lyra and her group, Hayen, are also following him. Another 50-ish more adventurers. They start walking to this direction over here. Then over here. Then eventually over here. So drag all your characters over here. All right. right. He then swipes his hand down, kind of clapping with his other hand, and everybody starts to stand straight and looks at him. And then he says,
Any one of you adventurers that will choose to aid me in whatever I am going to propose in the next few minutes will be revered as platinum level adventurers in this town. You three, the two elves, and the orc. Who are you? I haven't seen you guys as adventurers in my town before.
Well,
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Serena, and that's Midnight, the wolf behind me, and then the other two. You have Estel to my, what is that, left, and you have Hayen to my right. We just got
"Mhm,
here yesterday. We were heading here for um, a reason.
You guys are adventurers,
Yes,
or are you planning to be?
more or less. We are, more or less.
Tomorrow I shall finalize your papers, set you to bronze rank adventurer. However, everyone else here, you can see the orcs, gold level adventurers. The wizard and the bard, silver level adventurers. And then Lyra here is one of our best adventurers, an obsidian level adventurer. Adventurers have a duty to uphold in our town. It is not only to slay monsters, but it is to protect the entire rift. The past 5 years, we've lost many great adventurers. Iana of the Rift, Roland of the Rift, Zangard of the Rift, Geno of the Rift, and far, far more adventurers. Ebony level adventurers, 2 classes above the Obsidian rank. They've been slain by these creatures that we fight in the night. These vampires and werewolves. However, their deaths are not in vain. Our city is standing because of them, and we owe it to them and their blood to stand and fight whenever issues like these arise. Follow me. I shall show you something, adventurers.
as he gestures to have you guys follow him. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. He brings you guys over to this wall through his house, and you guys are overlooking the entire outside of the city. And he says,
Look around you. What do you see? You see vampires, werewolves, great numbers of them.
as he says that, you realize there are at least 1,000 vampires and 1,000 werewolves all fighting each other and surrounding Riften. Why? He then says,
Because that is because of the blood moon, the dark magic. This is not the first time we've seen it. Isgramor has used the same magic to bring down dragons back then. The blood moon requires a powerful sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice these demonic people have used, we've no clue. However, there's one thing we know. There's thousands upon thousands of vampires right now outside of these walls. The only reason why they can't get inside is because this is holy ground. However, we cannot go outside and they cannot go inside. Soon enough, we will run out of food and water, and we will all die here.
Well, then you need to make a stance.
That is why I gathered all the adventurers.
Oh.
I have 2,000 men, soldiers with me. However, with this eternal night, once a blood moon shines, sunlight will no longer come. It will be forever nighttime here. Which is why I am asking for the help of adventurers. I know full well that my troops are not enough. 2,000 barely will make a scratch into the numbers of these demons. However, you, adventurers, you're more experienced in combat. You faced things no one ever have. So what do you say? You will choose to stay and help, will be free to get some information from me. We have plans. However, these plans will not be revealed until you decide to join the ranks of those people who will protect everyone in this town. I'm sure you've seen the happiness, the joy, and the cheerfulness my people have had in this town. I'm sure you've experienced it.
Yeah, we have actually.
Outside these walls, it's death and famine. Inside my walls, we have hope, and we are willing to fight for that hope.
And then, as he says that, one adventurer starts to say, I will join. I will fight the things that are in the dark for the things that I love, he says. And then Lyra and then the group behind them says, we will join too, puts their hands onto their hearts. And then the bard and the wizard that danced with Estel at the club or the inn says the same thing. They will follow. The orcs that has kissed Serena's hands, all 15 of them, they will join, they said. And everybody looks at you guys. What will you do?
Uh, I just awkwardly stand there because my charisma is low, and I'm gonna rely on my party to get
Hello, you muted yourself. I think.
me.
No, I'm asking you guys what you guys are gonna do.
Gonna.
So,
I'm
what are
just
you guys
gonna
gonna do?
rely on my party to decide because I'm socially
Estelle?
awkward.
I will join.
All right, you heard your brother say that he will join Hayen. How about you, Serena? Are you gonna join?
I'm sorry, I missed like half of that because the sound just kind of went out, so I have no idea what's going on.
Basically, there's a lot of werewolves and vampires around the entire city, and the king is asking for help from experienced adventurers to try and slowly gather control or dwindle down the numbers of these creatures. And since it is eternal night, meaning the sun and moon wouldn't move from wherever they are, because the blood moon is casting eternal darkness on half of the what do you call this province of Skyrim. He's asking people to help help and clear these out so that you guys can get some food and water. Because otherwise, even though they can't get inside the lands due to it being an holy land, they can wait outside. And with them waiting outside, chances are you guys are gonna run out of food. You can get water. I mean, you can fish in the ocean. However, that's probably not enough to feed thousands upon thousands of people. So he's asking which adventurers want to join. Most of the other groups that you guys are with are joining, and then they all turn to you. What do you guys do?
So already said he's joining, right?
Estel said he's joining. Hayen hasn't decided yet, and you haven't decided yet either.
Well, if Estel is joining, then me and Midnight is not gonna leave him high and dry. We'll join also.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I can't
With
leave.
that, the king.
And I can't leave my
Okay.
brother. I can't leave my brother to die. So I guess I have to go with him.
That's the spirit. I wouldn't leave my brother to die as well. Very well. You guys shall now be a part of the Crown's Guard. You guys will act on my behalf only for this situation. Now, I shall tell you the plan that we have. Under the blood moon, the vampires do not die. Even with a wooden stake in the heart, even if we lop off their heads, they will not die. The blood moon gives them permanent immortality unless we somehow incapacitate them and maybe chain them down in the dungeons. Or we try and hurt them enough that they will back away because they still need blood to regenerate. That's one of the options. However, the werewolves aren't immortal, but their regeneration abilities are a lot greater than that of a vampire. You hurt them, 2 seconds later, they're fully healed. In order to kill werewolves, we're gonna need silver weapons.
Silver
Silver
weapons.
weapons are effective against vampires, but even more so against werewolves.
Okay. And do you happen to have any silver weapons?
I'm assuming you guys do.
And then he looks at your silver arrows, your friend's silver quarterstaff, and Estel's silver dagger.
We do,
Wonderful. Then you guys are ready.
but it's
However,
probably
we have 4 different plans.
okay.
We have one, we have scavengers. A group that would want to be scavengers are not tasked to kill these monsters. They are tasked to get resources from outside the base, get those resources, and then come back here to help feed the people while we are undergoing this entire defense system that we need to do. Second are the people that will distract these enemies. They'll be the ones that would smell of blood so that the vampires and werewolves will chase after them, leading the attention away from those scavengers. However, this is by far the most dangerous mission. It should be given to those who are able to move quickly and swiftly. Third, we have people or a group that would be in charge of killing these monsters. Well, the large majority or maybe minority of them are chasing the distractions. This should lessen the amount of force that you need to fight. And then the fourth will be the group that will be for emergencies. If they need backup on the scavenger team, this group will be the one that is dispatched. Backup on the distraction team, this group will be the one that will be dispatched. It is up to you guys to select whichever group you may join. Or if you have an even better plan, I am all ears. So what will it be?
Well,
I'm kind of leaning towards the reserves.
we should tell him about the Mistwatch Fortress. I'm not sure if that's where all of them are or not. Either way, it'll be suicide going in there.
So what do you guys choose?
I think he just wants to protect his place. I don't think he cares about anywhere else.
True. I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
Because he is a king, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, I would want to bring up how I would want to bring up my ex and how she and I still kind of communicate, and in that she could be an ally in this. But the problem is
You guys
she's
can talk about that after you make the decision of
Okay.
which group to join. Because right now,
well, yeah.
imagine this: the king is waiting for your answers,
Yeah.
and then
I'm just sort of thinking out
you guys are
loud,
having, yeah.
out of character.
So what do you
with
guys pick?
It's
And
either
then
the
you guys can
scavenger
talk
team.
amongst yourself.
Is it either the scavenger team or the reserves, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shall we
Let's have
just
a
stay for
vote.
the? So shall we just stay as the reserve, just in case they need backup, or shall we go for the scavenger team because we're the only ones who have silver weapons?
The king probably has weapons.
Not silver weapons though. He obviously doesn't. So I really think we should go
Okay.
with the scavenger team.
I think we should stick together whatever we do.
Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are gonna go with the scavenger team?
What's the king's name again?
He hasn't told you yet.
Okay. We're going with the scavengers.
Very well. I will give you the equipment and all the scrolls and potions needed to go with the scavenger team.
And then everyone starts to speak up. The orc sale says they'll be a part of the killing group, and then Lyra's group will be a part of the distraction group, and then the wizard and the bard, based on their magic of buffing people, just like wizards, just like bards, they're gonna be on the reserves. They're gonna heal and buff people that might need it.
I am pleased with all the positions that we have. We will be distributing weapons once they are crafted. I am distributing silver weapons. The most I can provide is 7,500 long swords and short swords to everybody. However, I do have 2,000 men and a few more thousand men coming, as I have sent word using magic to one of my other forts. Once they all arrive here, we will have 20,000 men at our disposal, as well as 1,700 adventurers, all surrounding the town, protecting all 200,000 people living here.
And as he says that, you realize by far that Riften is 200 times the size of Whiterun.
Wow.
It's a very huge city. He's a proper king.
Yeah. More than whatever that man name is.
Mhm. He then said,
But you guys are dismissed. Anybody with questions, with ideas, and feedback that you may give to help people survive the upcoming slaughter from both sides, very welcome. I'm all ears. However, for now, you're dismissed.
and then everybody starts walking away. What do you guys do?
Well, I guess we gotta walk away too, so we don't look weird and suspicious.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow the elf girl.
Hmm.
Which way
As
did
you
she
guys
follow?
are heading out over here, as you reach the door, as you get inside the keep and reach the door, the guard gives you a badge of the scavengers, and then he says, "You will be commanded by the king when it is time to move. Everybody's getting equipped. You must get good sleep tonight, for tomorrow we put in motion the plan. Is that understood?" He asks.
Understood.
Good.
50 of my men will be coming with you. They will be following your lead. However, remember that these men have families as well, so please, unless absolutely necessary, do not sacrifice my men for naught. That is all I ask.
We'll take care of them the best we can.
No
He
promises,
bows.
though.
Mhm. He bows, and then he hands over you guys the badge of the Raven. The Raven group is what is called the scavenger group in Whiterun. I mean, in Riften. You guys now have free time before your upcoming adventure or mission
Okay.
tomorrow.
Where'd the elf girl go?
Roll me a perception check. You have seen the girl head over to the library over here.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head over to that building over there. I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, be
Mhm.
safe.
All right. Before you walk, so Serena and Hyan, you guys, what are you gonna do?
Um, I guess I can go talk to the orc I was dancing with real quick.
Do you know where he is?
I don't know. Do I?
Perception check. Nope, you don't know where he is.
Oh,
How about you, Hyan?
I want to go talk to the king.
All right. Are you gonna accompany him, Serena, or are you gonna go your separate ways for now?
I can just go back to the inn at the bar, I guess for now.
All right. So let's do these one by one. Let's first do Estel's. This is happening at the same time, but I'll do it one by one so that it's not confusing to try and do it at the same time. Estel, you reached this library. I'll have you join him just so you can see what's going on, but you're not actually here. You see this library over here, Estel. Looks like a pretty good looking library. There's some people outside, probably panicking. People here are sitting wounded from the earthquake, and then one of the librarians, are helping patch the wound up and etc. What do you do?
I'm gonna go check on the people.
All right. So as you walk along this path over here, roll me a dexterity save. DC 14. You fail. Ayana swoops down from the walls up here, jumps here and then pins you over the wall with her claws to your neck. And then she asks, "What the hell did you do? Do you know what you've done?" She asks with a very,
Wait,
very
what I
angry
do?
face at you. "You fool," she says. And then she bashes you at the wall. Roll me a strength save. So you only take half damage. You take 10 damage as she bash you on the wall. And then she said, with a very stern and fierce look on her face, "You dug him up. You dug Roland up." And as she said those words, you see a bit of pain in her eyes, a bit of vulnerability. You, you, you dug her up. You dug him up. Do you know what you've done? And then as she's about
I
to
thought he
hit
was
you,
dead.
it's like, "I clearly told you in my letter, do not meddle with the business of the vampires. You don't know what you've done. But everything, including that blood moon, it's your fault. All the blood that will be spilled is on you. Now tell me, where did he go?"
I don't know.
Roll me a persuasion check. I know you're telling the truth, but she's angry at you. Tell me what happened. If you don't know, then who does?
I just went there to check to see if he was there. I don't know where he is.
She backs away, retrieves her claws before anybody can see. She puts her hood over her head. You don't know what you've done, Nestle. Before we continue that, Hyan, how
Yes.
about you? Where are you going? Ping it on the map.
Wherever the king went. Uh, but I, but I don't know what that is. I'm probably going to do perception.
I mean, you were just from the keep, so that one you know, because the king is not actually blending in with the crowd like the other people that you were trying to chase.
Yeah.
So you know where he is. He only
Okay.
stays in in in, in where they're supposed to
So
be. So
he's
you
there.
enter the
Yeah.
keep, and then he's sitting on his throne. There's people giving him advices and suggestion in the line. So you needed to wait your turn,
Mm-hmm.
and after a few minutes, it's now your turn. He asks you,
What do you need?
Uh, yes. I I just wanted to let you know that I've been adventuring a lot around uh around this area, and I have a lot of connections, and I know a lot of people. And I have an ex that might be able to that owes me might be able to help us in this situation. I just need some way of communicating with her. And you said that you had some magic that you were able to communicate with other people with.
Yes. As long as they have the mark, like the ones on your wrist right now, we can communicate. For we have invented that magic.
Oh,
Like right now.
there's a
he snaps, and then a message appears on your hand. Kind of burns a little, but not that hot. It's kind of warm. But there's a message that appears on your hand
uh see
that is written, "See, I can contact you."
that that's kind of makes things complicated because the person I know, they're not in the rift, and they're not necessarily uh normal would be able to have that mark.
Are you sure you want to say that?
No, no, actually, I'm not. I'm just gonna stick with they're not in the rift and they don't have the mark on them.
Uh, do you have a belonging of this person that I might get my witches to contact the owner?
Uh, yes, but I don't know if it will work necessarily.
What is this thing? Let me see.
Uh,
I'm not
real,
gonna
real
assure
quick,
you
out of character,
if it works. I will let you know.
out of character, can I have like a small coin or something that I got from my ex? That it would be the thing that I would have if that was hers. Or like a small, not
Yeah.
coin, like a little. What? It's like a. It's almost like a coin. I don't know what it's called, but it has like a. It has like
Sigil?
the seal on it. But it
All
was like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah. Did she touch it before? Or did she
yeah.
give it to you?
She gave it to me at one point, and I just sort of kept it.
All right. He takes it from your hand. As he takes it from your hand, he holds your hand, takes his knife, and then slashes a small wound on your hand and squeezes the blood out. He
Says this blood,
I
and you
scream out
have
in
a
pain.
connection with this person.
Uh, First of all,
Or
after I say "ow" and I scream out in pain because I'm a wimp, um, I whimper. Yeah, yeah. She's my ex. I used to be in a relationship with her.
even better, that means your blood is connected to her. And then this item was once hers or used by her. So with your blood and with blood magic to reach the owner of this sigil, you will be able to contact her. However, you must tell us what message we must convey. Tis no magic call, it's more of a vision that we will send her.
Could
So it will be up to you,
could
but we
you
will show them what vision we would show them or what message.
could you tell her that I'm in Riften currently, and she's probably clearly seen from where she's at the blood moon and the red the red shading that's over a lot of Skyrim. And that
Mm-hmm.
we really need her help from the vampires outside the village. Um, and that and can you also remind her that she owes me one for the last time when uh her castle was in danger and I helped get her people out, that she owes me
Half of
big
the
time.
things you said, half of the things you've said, we cannot convey through magic. However, we can say that you are here in Riften and that you owe her and you need help. Would that suffice?
She owes me that.
Ah, she owes you.
Yes.
Wonderful. So that would be what we tell her. Would that
Yes.
suffice?
Yes, that will suffice.
Alright.
And then he hands over the vial, not vial, it's more like a cup of blood from your hand to one of the witches, and they start chanting. And then he tells you,
By tomorrow, she would have reached or gotten the message. Based on how she responds, she might head over here. You will be here to watch over the gates, And if you see your friend anywhere around, if she's safe, we will let him through in the gates to help us. Understood?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say to the king?
Uh, no, I just bow and I leave.
All right, you leave, but after that, Serena, right now, where are you? Can you ping it on the map so that? All right, you are in the inn. As you get inside the inn, roll me a perception check. You see that some parts of the inn are broken due to the earthquake, and some people are here healing themselves. However, the man you were hopefully looking for is not here. That is when you realize that he might be preparing, as he's a part of the killing group tomorrow. What do you do?
Uh, I leave the inn and go back outside and see if I can find that archery group or wherever the killing group is.
Mm-hmm. You mm, perception check once again at an advantage. Oh yeah. As you're walking around here, trying to look around over here, you see some people going in and out of the building. Some orcs. So you cross the river, and as you get there, you realize that there's a way back here. And as you get here on the shrine, there's a bunch of orcs sitting here, and a few more over here. What do you want to do?
I
He is
just
there with your perception of 24. He is there.
okay,
Do
so
you
just
approach him?
yeah, yeah, definitely. Just walk up.
You approach him. What do you say? He doesn't notice you yet, but
Just
you
tap
approach
him
him.
and be like, "Hello."
And then he looks at you.
You, you're, you're a part of the orc group as well.
No,
You're part
actually,
of the killing force.
no, actually, I'm part of the scavenger group with my friends. Can't leave them alone. They need my help.
This voice is better. Ah, so why are you here?
To find you, actually.
Oh, well, why were you looking for me?
Honestly, I don't know. My body just, I guess, told me to come find you, honestly. And I'm not quite sure why, but here I am. I don't know. I guess after last night, I don't know. A lot of things went on in my head.
He gestures that you sit on his lap.
Um, okay, I guess I'll sit down, I guess. And be
You
Serena's
sit
so
nice.
on his
sad.
lap, and then he looks at you and says,
Hmm, it's gonna be a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Honestly scared, but I need to do it for I need to avenge someone I lost recently.
Someone,
Yeah,
family.
not per se, no. Just to someone that uh, our group was with.
Roll me a deception check.
I was hoping you wasn't gonna say that. I was hoping you was gonna let it slide.
Let me roll insight for this guy. He rolled a 2, so you're fine.
Thank God.
Mm, the vampires got him.
Yeah, and it's pretty much my fault, honestly, because
Those bastards. It's not your fault.
it
No
is
matter what
that
happened, no matter what happened, look at me. Look at me. No matter what happened, it's not your fault. Because in the first place, if those damn bastards weren't here to kill the living, none of your loved ones would have died. So it's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. That much I know.
just afterwards, I probably didn't make the most best decisions after what happened, after everything that did happen. I was really angry, and I let the anger and grief take control, and did things
He
probably
touches
not
your
my best.
face, and then he lifts up your hair and then says, "Shh."
It's of no matter. You're an orc. Orcs are not exactly known to make the best decisions. My anger gets the best of me too. However, it is not how you're knocked down. It's how many times you get back up. Fight. Fight for the greater good, for what you believe.
Yeah.
That is what an orc is. We make wrong decisions, and once make it up with 10 more right decisions. We make 2 more wrongs, we make 20 right.
Yeah,
Is
it's
not
just the
how
first
much
time.
you fall.
Just the first time the anger's gotten. I'm usually able to control my anger. I just it took over for the first time in my life, honestly.
How about you let it out?
And as he says that, you let out your anger once and you realize sparks came out of your legs as you kicked the door open.
What? What was that?
Hmm?
Oh, I was saying what Serena was just it's like that felt great. I don't know what that just happened, but I like that.
What was what?
Did you did you not see that?
No. What was I supposed to say?
No, when I kicked it, it sparks flew from my foot. I don't know. That's the second time this happened.
Must be the night getting to me. Forgive me, I didn't notice anything.
Huh.
But I'm sure, as long as you let your anger out, it wouldn't make you do wrong things if you let it out.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
In a way, you are venting. People that are stressed with problems, they vent to their friends. However, as orcs, when we're angry, when we're upset, break stuff. Trust
Maybe
me.
it's maybe it's time I let my anger out once and for all.
All right. As let's put a pose to that.
Yay!
Esto, Ayana looks at you and says, "Come, follow me."
I follow her.
You guys sit on the stairs. She sits on this cliff over here. She says, "You haven't changed, huh? Not at all." I tell you
Still the
no, you
same.
still do it? Yeah, you're still stupid. So stupid. Anyway, 4 years ago, when I became a vampire, there were a group of cultists that wanted me. They called me the vampire that had a soul, or something like that. They said they could use me as an energy battery for the portal to the underworld. They said, scared. I ran. However, they caught up to me, started their ritual. I was I was an eternal sacrifice for them, as I am a vampire that never died. My soul is intact. And because of that, they saw that it fits that I be used as an eternal sacrifice. Since I have a soul, I can be sacrificed over and over and over and over and over again because I can't die. However, when they have started the ritual, and they were about to sacrifice me using magic to bring forth this door to oblivion, they said they were about to kill me. And I knew I wouldn't die, but I would feel it. As I feel it, I'm pretty sure my powers would leak and give them exactly what they want, some sort of battery for their magic. They were about to sacrifice me when Roland came out of nowhere, pushed me out of the magic circle. He was a vampire too, then. Was. He pushed me out. As the magic reached its apex, it blew up, absorbing most, if not all, of Roland's power. Now, in essence, he is still a vampire. But if you've dug him up, that means you've broken the seal. He was his 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 power, our power of vampirism was taken from him, but not completely, as the entire purpose of them sacrificing me initially is to drain me of all my power. But since I won't die, they can do it over and over and over. They were gonna do the same. Gonna do exactly that. Roland pushed me out, taking the brunt of the magic himself, having most, if not all, of his power absorbed. And because of that, he was stuck in a vampiric state, ran by instincts. His personality is not there anymore. It's just his body. His body acting out on instincts. However, they did put a mark on him. If they were able to get Roland, they were planning to rise up the portal to the Oblivion realm. Well, that was the plan. But since Roland is not as powerful as me, as weird as that seems, I know he was the one that protects us when we were kids. He's not as powerful as me. So the best they can get from his power, she points up to the sky, is that the blood moon is a portal, kinda, to oblivion. Incomplete, because the battery was incomplete. It's not able to bring forth demons and fiends into the land, but it is able to bring what gives the demons life, and that is the essence of oblivion itself, which is why beings like me, vampires, werewolves, we thrive in this blood moon because, in essence, we too are fiends, we're monsters from the underworld. And with the blood moon up in the sky, that means you have broken the seal. The moment you opened his coffin, I bit his neck to put him to sleep, hopefully eternally. Put a magical seal onto the coffin so that no magic can detect where he is, while I find out a way to revive him, I guess. However, because he was marked by the cultists, I needed to hide him with magic. And in order to do that, I needed to incapacitate him completely. I used my powers, my newly found powers, to put him to eternal sleep and accept that he was dead until I was strong enough to revert that. But now that you've opened him up, that means the magic that once protected him from the reach of the cultists is no longer here. I'm sure he rose up and instinctively, because his personality is not there anymore, he tried to run. However, the cultists that are capable of that magic are not so naive or not so weak. They probably got him. Then she looks up to the sky with tears falling down her face. That's him. That's him. The blood moon. That's all that's left of him. No Roland. And since it is clear to me that they must pay, and that you will not heed my warning of staying away from my business, you must be ready to face the consequences. Are you?
I am.
She looks at you in the eye and then uses her ability, vampiric charm. And then she says, while looking into your eyes, you are captivated, you are caught in the moment in her eyes, her glowing gold, now red, now gold again, now red, now gold again eyes. You start to feel dazed. And then she says, you are to let me be. You are to forget this conversation has ever happened. But all the knowledge you've gotten from it, you will not forget. You will forget me. You will forget everything we've been through. It will be as if that I've never existed in your mind. However, all the influence that I've had on you, you will think was of Roland, and you will seek revenge for whoever has done this to Roland, but not without sense. Just know that out there, you know it in your gut, but you don't know who. There's a being, me, whoever I am, you don't know. But you will always know that as you move towards the same goal as I will back you up. And as those words echo into your mind, you kind of pass out for a few minutes. And with that, we go back to Serena. Serena, what are you doing right now?
Um, I am still over there in the orc encampment. I
Mm-hmm.
guess probably I was just saying that I was gonna take my anger out. Finally let it out. Not sure how I'm gonna do that, but that's the plan.
Uh, I'll give you a trick. I use this myself. If you need something to let your anger out, nothing to punch, nothing to kick. If you do you know how to use magic?
A little bit, a little bit.
Then you know how to focus it on one point.
Sure.
If you focus the magic onto your fists, it creates this small barrier on your hands. And if you punch the air as hard as you can, uh, that barrier acts like an umbrella. Have you ever tried to pull an umbrella against the wind? It's hard, right?
Yeah.
This magic barrier on your hand, though not useful in combat, the moment you reach your apex of your punch, as you're putting more force on your hand, with the magic on your hand, it will act as if you're hitting something physically in the air, even though you're not. Why? Because you're creating a barrier between the particles of wind and the magic barrier in your hand, repelling them. And as you put more and more force, you repel them so much that it bounces your hand back, creating this weird punching bag in the air.
And then he stands up and then he shows you his fists starts glowing and he starts to punch the air. Pa 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 pa. Keeps punching it. And you hear this weird clapping sound in the air and he's not punching anything.
See? It works. Try it.
Alright.
If you're gonna try it, roll me a perception check. I mean performance check. And then you try it, your hands start to glow as you focus the magic within them. And you start punching the air. And sure enough, as you punch the air, you feel like you're punching something. And it lets out your stress. You can let out your anger. You kind of let a scream out as you're punching. You feel good. You kind of remember the technique that your father taught you on how to punch, to bob and weave. And then you let your anger out with the vampires as you're punching the air. And then sparks once again gets out from your hands, and this time everybody notices.
I. Oh, that's amazing. You have power in your hands. Oh, you're. It must be your elven blood. The magic of the elves lives within you.
Wow. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know how to control that or make it stronger.
It's like a language. You don't know how to speak it at first, but as you keep doing it, you learn.
Yeah, you're right.
He puts his hand on your shoulders, and then he looks you in the eye with a 22 on charisma roll. He says,
I haven't known you long enough, but know that I completely believe in you. You might not know what these things mean right now. I may or may not be around here in the future, especially after tomorrow, to see where it leads. But I believe that you're meant to do great things. I don't know your name, but I know it will be sung by bards. It will be sung as the tale of heroes go over the lands. I completely believe in you.
See, that's that's where I think you're wrong. I've I don't think people will be singing my name because I've been lying to my friends this entire time I've known them just cuz I'm scared of what they're going to do. I just I'm just I'm scared, honestly. That's all. I don't know if I should tell them.
Lying only becomes unforgivable when you don't ask for it, when you don't ask for forgiveness. Something becomes unforgivable.
Oh,
If they truly are your friends, then if you ask for forgiveness, sincerely, truly ask for forgiveness, then they will. Would they not? If you had a friend and he lied to you about something, big or small, about everything, let's say, but if you see him sincerely ask for forgiveness, would you not forgive?
yeah,
You'd be hurt, but would you not forgive?
I would. I would.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as long as you ask for forgiveness, as long as you don't keep doing what you know is wrong, I'm pretty sure your friends will forgive you.
I'll tell them. Probably after all this is over, though.
All right. Before that, what the heck is that? Hyatt.
I found the drawing tools. I couldn't figure out how to remove the beetle.
Only the GM can.
Oh.
There you go. All right. You. This is all happening at the same time as you step out of the keep. As you step out of the keep, roll me a perception check.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nothing. You don't hear anything. You don't hear the person being smacked against the wall. You don't hear nothing. What do you do?
I don't know. I guess I go back to the inn then, and I just see if I stay there.
You're gonna wait for them there?
Yeah, just go inside and wait for them.
All right. Estel, you wake up from being passed out for a few minutes, a villager came next to you. Says, "Mister, are you okay?" This is a young kid. Okay, are you okay? My
Yeah,
mom
yeah,
told me that you might want some water.
yeah. I'm okay, but I'll take the water.
Hmm. You take the water and you drink. And then the kid smiles at you. Says, "Don't worry. The king and the adventurers, they'll protect us from that red thing on the sky. Okay?" And then the
Yeah,
kid
I'm one
starts
of those
skipping.
adventurers.
She turns he turns his head, looks at you. "Really? Can I see your badge? What rank are you?"
About that, I show him my badge.
"What's this raven badge? Most adventurers have a badge that is either bronze, iron, silver, dragon steel, obsidian, gold, and platinum. But you have this raven. Mister, are you lying to me?" Astel?
Hello,
Hello?
hello. Mic
Hello?
check.
Did you hear? Mic check? Yeah, we can hear you.
Mic. Okay, okay. This Raven. This is a special badge because I'm a special adventurer.
Roll me a persuasion check. It would be deception, but technically you are telling the truth. So yeah.
How smart is this kid?
Not smart enough.
Oh, okay.
He looks at you and his eyes start to widen and glow and says, "Whoa, really? Mom, I met a special hero." And then his mom comes over and says, "Oh, really?" The mom starts to smile and then she takes the kid and bows at you and whispers, "Sorry for the trouble." And then
I
the
whisper
kid,
back. It's okay.
clearly happy. And then, as they are walking away, you hear, "Did you see that, Mom? That guy's a hero. He's special," he said, "like the king." And then they're still walking away. But as they walk away, you sit amongst your lonesome. And then you feel the new knowledge you've gained about Roland and him saving you as you were about to be sacrificed. However, he managed to sacrifice himself. However, it's not clear to you how you met Roland again after you ran away from the slavery. But you clearly do remember Roland saved you as you were about to get sacrificed, and he was sacrificed in your place instead. That gave birth to the blood moon. And with that, you also feel as if you're missing something, but you don't know what. And you step down, start walking. You don't know where you're going. Where are you going, Nopus?
Yeah, where am I going?
Yeah. Sometimes people who are confused just start walking randomly. What do you do?
I'm gonna head into the library.
You remembered that you were supposed to head inside the library. And as you enter the library, you see the elven bard, as beautiful as the moon shining over the ocean. You
I'm gonna.
approach.
I'm
The
gonna
library.
whisper to her since it's in the library.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whisper in Elvis language. My name's
What do you
Estelle.
say?
My name is Estelle. May I know yours?
Um, you again? Really? Okay. My name's Mirana.
How do you spell that?
I sent it on Discord. Are you stalking me? She asks you if you're stalking her. Hello, Nopus.
Hello? Okay. Stalking? I would never stalk you. I just happen to have a friend who used to like reading, but he's not with me anymore. I'm just looking for books he might like.
Roll me a deception check.
I'm a
Let's see
god.
her insight check. She rolled a 9. She says, a book, huh? Okay, okay. So tell me, what books are you into?
Hmm.
Or one
I
of the
like to read.
writers that you like?
Ooh, writers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a guy named Elias?
A guy named Elias? Mm, no, I don't think so. Why? What did he write?
Uh,
Is he a good writer?
he's a very good writer and a very good reader too.
That's a given. When you write novels, chances are you also read them. Do you have any examples of his work? I want to try and getting into some of his work.
Hmm. Do I have any scrolls of Elias?
Do you? You don't. Yeah, I'm checking your inventory. You don't.
I I deleted it. Never mind. I'm gonna ask her what she's reading.
I'm not reading anything. I'm just here to relax and help people around me. But I do have some books that I used to read.
Oh, what type of
Do
books
you
did you
wanna?
used to read?
I used to read this book that is about playing instruments and how to inspire people using those instruments. Because when I was a kid, I would go to circuses, to different cities, and you would see all the bards that are playing music. And it was one of my biggest inspiration. That's why I went to the Barding College of Winterhold. And honestly, it's one of the best time that I've ever had in my entire life. And up to now, I'm still reading that book.
Would you happen to have a copy of it? The book?
She pulls you close and then whispers in your ear and says, if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. I'd let you borrow it sometime, though. But not now. Not now. And she pushes you away. Then, say, you're part of the scavenger squad, right?
Yeah, I'm a scavenger.
What do you guys have planned for tomorrow? Where are you going to scavenge? I heard that you're new to the rift. I'm not exactly sure being a scavenger and not knowing the landscape around you is the best idea.
Don't worry about it. I'm pretty observant. I'll I'll get to know the town soon enough.
She holds onto your cape and says, with a very stern and concerned voice, she says, just be careful, okay?
I'll definitely be careful. You be careful as well.
I'll be fine. It's not my first rodeo. And then, as she says that, you do realize that the king said that this is not the first time that the the blood moon has risen up into the sky. And then you realize that she might be older than you, because elves do live up to 700 years old.
Yeah, she's definitely older than me.
So what do you do now? You ask her.
I'm definitely not gonna ask her that. I'm gonna say perhaps we'll see each other again sometime.
She looks at you and then says, focus on surviving tomorrow first, okay? And she gives you a wink.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the inn now.
All right, you head back to the inn. In you, Serena, the orc gets closer to you. And then he said,
Why do you tie your hair up?
What do you mean?
Why do you tie your hair?
You said, why do I tie my hair?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tie it because it's harder for me to see when I'm shooting my bow, or at least I think it gets in the way. I'm not sure.
Look at my hair. You have the face of a brawler, and I know it when I see one.
and then he reaches at the back of your head with a sleight of hand check of, what is it, 24. He takes your tie, lets your hair down, revealing your true face, which is this. He says,
See, it doesn't get to your eye as long as you keep one tie over without the smooth tie. You look more beautiful, and you're still just as deadly. Truly, you are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
all right. And from that, he leans in as if he's gonna kiss you. Vape, he's starting to get close to your face. What do you do?
Going to stand here and do whatever he wants to do, whatever he plans to do. I don't know if it's a hug, a kiss. I don't want to look stupid, so I'm just gonna stand here, and just wait
So
and
you
be ready.
stand still. All right, just roll me a constitution save because you are battling emotion. I just want to see what happens, how you react, and I'll let you know what happens. With a constitution check of 10, you kind of get flustered and nervous. He gets closer to you, his mouth inches away from yours, and you kind of inch towards him. And then he goes to the side to your ear, kisses it a bit, and says,
Survive tomorrow. First, you focus on the battle. And once everyone's safe,
he holds your face, sticks his nose to yours that they're touching. He says,
I believe you owe me a proper introduction. I don't know your name, you don't know mine. But for now, we must focus on tomorrow's combat.
so instead of kissing you, he kisses you on the forehead. And then as
Well,
he lets go of you, he holds your hand and then kisses it. With his earlier roll of a 24 on charisma, you couldn't do anything. So he backs away. He stands up. He winks at you and then says,
Rise up, men! Tonight is the last dinner we'll have before battle. You will rise and you will stand with me to life and death.
and then he raises his arm. And then all of the other orcs cheer around him. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And then some of them are yelling like, "Wah!" All of them celebrating. He takes your hand and also puts it up and says,
Us orcs are strong, and we, being the stronger people, must protect the weak. So tomorrow, we'll show what these bastards are in for. Attacking our town, our loved ones, our people. For now, we eat and we rest.
and then he looks at you. You too, she says in a very, very soft voice. You should rest too. And then with that, they start moving out and then going inside this house, just leaving you there. As he opens the door, he's the last guy to get inside. As he's about to head inside, he gives you a smile and a thumbs up. And with that, roll me a constitution save at disadvantage.
okay.
You did good, but you did realize that the smile and the thumbs up is what Damien used to do. And then he completely goes inside
Ah,
the
God.
house.
Luckily, I got a high roll on that, so I'm fine with that.
What do you do now, Serena?
I turn to Midnight and I say, "Did you see that? Did you just witness all of what just happened, buddy? Buddy."
Midnight turns his head to the side. Just a single bark.
Oh, you're such a good boy. All right, come on, let's go find the others.
All
That
right.
was a beta
As you're
bark.
walking. All right, Esto. What are you doing in that area now? You're gonna head back home as well?
Yeah, I'm heading back to the inn.
All right. As you head back to the inn, you guys come across each other on this intersection over here. You see Serena blushing and giggly, smiley. Esto, what do you do?
Hey Serena, look like you had some fun.
You can say that. I mean, I learned something new about myself that I knew it was there. I just didn't know if it would come up again, but I'm glad it did.
You're confused, Esto. What does she mean? What do
What'd
you
you
do?
learn?
Well, I let I let my anger out for the first time in since what happened, and I felt good. I felt power that I haven't felt for a while.
I
Felt great.
remember the last time she shot her bow at me, and I flinched back. What do you mean you let your anger out?
Just I let it out. I expressed my emotion. The orc, he helped me explain I needed to let my anger out, and I
I thought
did.
you were
And
with the orc.
yeah, I ended up finding him with the other orcs. But once again, that's not important. We need to go find Hayen so we can make a plan for tomorrow.
All right. You
Okay.
guys head to your rooms. And then, even though it's a bit tipped to the side because of the earthquake, it's still fully stable. You guys are still able to get in there properly, and you guys will still be able to sleep. What do you guys do?
Midnight came into the inn.
No one was watching from the outside this time.
I'm gonna tell on you later.
Tell on me, and I'll shoot you again.
Oh boy. I go to bed because tomorrow's a long day.
Good night.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
All right. Good night, buddy. See you in the morning.
All right. You guys are full HP, right? Set yourselves up to full HP. Then you guys will go to bed.
Okay, I was already at full HP, so we're good.
Same.
All right. You guys head to bed. With the weird growling and snarling you hear from afar, with the werewolves howling from afar, you manage to head to bed. But, high in, you get a nightmare. It's a scene that your ex has replied to you with a dream and a vision of her own. She replies, and then it's you chasing after her in your dream. But in your dream, you're not able to run properly, as if the floor is like water and a bit sticky, and you're not able to run. And then suddenly you fall down into the water, suffocating. And then as you're suffocating, your ex, the vampire, is just looking at you through the water. You see her through the water as you're drowning in the thick, thick water. You just see her staring at you, looking down with red eyes glowing over her as a vampire. You need help. Will she help? She's just looking at you, taking a while to respond to your plea for help. But nonetheless, she reaches out her hand and then pulls you out of the water, however, not gently. She pulls you out of the water and then tosses you up into the sky. And as you fall onto the ground, you wake up and it is now dawn. Wait, no, it's forever nighttime, so it's not dawn. It would be dawn, but it's not dawn. So you wake up earlier than everybody else. Hi, and roll me an arcana check. With a 12 on arcana roll, you do realize that might be the reply for the message you sent your ex. And it might mean that for a second she hesitated to help you in this vampire blood moon situation. However, it seems like she is willing to help. Though she hesitated, she helped either way. However, she was not gentle with her help. So maybe you don't know how to expect her in the battlefield right now. Everyone else, are you guys gonna sleep even more? You're also gonna wake up. What do you do?
It's daytime, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
wake
it's
up.
not daytime because there's no daytime. It's eternal night as long as the blood moon is rising. But it would be daytime, yes.
Yeah, I'll wake up.
You wake up and you stand up,
Good
and then
morning,
you
Hajen.
see Hyan just there sitting. You
Hi.
greet him. Good morning.
What's up?
Uh,
You're up early.
yeah, just a strange dream is all.
Oh, what type of dream?
I I don't know. Very dramatic,
Yeah, I have those
scary.
type of dreams too.
Yeah, I think it's just the red moon, I guess.
Yeah, it is a little creepy. You ready to eat?
Yeah, let's go find something to eat.
As you guys are talking amongst yourselves, Serena, you wake up due to the noise. Right now, you guys can roleplay amongst each other. I'm gonna go get some water. My throat is parched from the orc voice. Sorry, be right back. But RP,
Um,
Uh, Let's go see if Serena's woke.
Hello, Serena.
Okay, we can't move.
Yeah.
yeah, what's
Serena,
up?
hello.
Knock, 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 knock. I can't actually knock.
The
You can
door,
knock.
You
the
up?
door is unlocked. I'm up. I'm up. I'm coming.
Let's go eat.
All right, all right, I'm coming. Midnight, wake up. Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Oh, hey,
You gotta go get.
midnight.
All right, we're up. We're coming. Ugh, okay.
So, how'd you sleep?
Not good. I had a dream. It wasn't a very good dream.
Wait, orcs have dreams?
That's that's news to me.
Everyone has dreams.
I never knew.
You have to
Well, you're
remember,
the only orc I know.
I'm half orc, and I'm also half elf. But anyway,
You're still green.
anyway, regardless of that fact, I still dreamt. It wasn't a very good dream.
Well, I didn't have a great dream last night either, but I'm sure it means nothing.
Well, I know
Yeah, don't worry.
mine definitely meant something, but
You wanna talk about it?
it was mostly about Damien, but it'll be fine
Ah,
eventually.
okay.
Just
I understand.
survivor's guilt and all.
Oh,
So, how's
so
midnight doing?
Midnight actually slept good. He was really quiet and just, knocked out once we got in the room.
How's he holding up with no tail?
He seems to be okay. I mean, he does occasionally try to chase his tail, but he realizes there's nothing there, and then he gets a little
Oh,
sad, and then I try to,
oh,
pick him up a little bit, and he's normally fine.
that's, that's the saddest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, he's learned to deal with it, but you know, day by day, he's getting better. But I am starving, so get some breakfast before we head out.
uh,
All right, as you guys are talking amongst yourselves, you see this lady picture on Discord. Oh, sorry, my echo was on. You see this lady from Discord. She approaches you guys. However, she looks to be blind as she entered your cabin, right? She entered your cabin and she looks directly straight over here. And then you hear this in your head. In your head. She doesn't say this out loud in your head. It's time to go.
Uh, did did you did y'all hear? You know what? Let's go, y'all.
Follow me.
Okay. Uh, ma'am, can we get some food first, or is that a thing?
Food will be given by the king.
Oh, awesome. That's all we needed to know.
Sweet food.
That's where we're going.
Okay. Well, take the lead. We'll follow.
All right. And you guys follow her. And you are led into this. Oh, what happened to him?
Probably restart or something.
Let's wait for him.
Hello?
Okay.
Hey, can you hear us properly?
Yeah, I'm alive.
All right. Let me just get this. All right. You guys follow her and you enter the castle of the kingdom. Right now, this entire map that you know is not actually the entire Riften. It's just a representation of what Riften is. Because if I make the entire Riften map, it would take me 500 years. But yeah, you guys walk for a few minutes until you reach the actual palace of the king. And then some men start to part aside from this weird girl that can somehow speak through telepathy. While you guys are following her, how do you feel? What are you thinking?
Uh, I'm thinking this girl is weird, but I'm just gonna continue and not make a mess or a
Wait, I'm
fuss.
still in the inn.
All of us are. It's okay.
Ah, okay, I thought I missed something.
No, no, no.
No,
You're
no,
fine.
no. I'm just describing it. So you guys follow her through this entire bridge. I'm gonna send you a picture. You guys cross this bridge because remember, Rifted is a city that is half on the ocean and half above hills and mountains. So this particular bridge leads to a castle that is on top of a stone hill or a craggy hill. And on top of that castle, you can see from the topmost part balcony, you see this brooding golden armored Khajiit. And from that, you realize that this is King Nazar. Or is that the name I gave him? Zanar. There you go. This is King Zanar watching over his kingdom. And from the picture I sent you guys, it might seem that the entire around the area is just land that is not clear land, but actually around the area from the picture that I sent you guys on the flats around it,
Hmm.
it's not just water and land, it's completely filled with houses, all houses around everybody, much like this second picture that I'm sending you. Exactly like that. So there's a lot of houses around that area. And as you guys reach the entrance of the castle, there is a guard that greets you. He seems to be wearing, Serena, what you would recognize that of a paladin robe. He's armored, but at the same time, he's a priest. So as you approach, you see this huge dome with figures that resembles of an eagle en- encased with gold over them. The paladin approached you guys and then he asks, "Who are you here to meet?" And then the lady somehow replied to him without ever seeing him or speaking to him. And then the guy just says, "Very well, you may pass." And then he lets you guys pass. And then as you guys pass, you reach this area where the king has a giant opening. And in that opening, there is four very large tables in the center, candles everywhere, magic lights on the ceiling, and then all of the warriors that you guys have met, all of the adventurers, all there. They are eating. And then the king, from the balcony, he walks inside the dining area. He looks towards you guys and then says,
Saber, let them go. They're here with me.
and then the woman that is blind that can talk with telepathy, she lets you go. You don't know what that means. But the moment that the king said let them go, you immediately feel like a huge weight is lifted off of your shoulder, as if she was casting dark magic on you guys as you were walking towards the king. And as you guys reach the king, he says,
So you guys finally arrive. Join us. Feast before the battle that will take place. Find a seat, and after everybody eats, we shall start talking about the plans and then letting it happen.
"What do you guys do?"
I rolled a perception to see who was
Mhm.
around me immediately, but that's
You
why.
see a lot of people around you, but you don't exactly see anybody that you particularly know. But there's a lot of people around you, yes.
Okay.
Which
Most
seats
of
are
them
open?
wearing armor, most of them are adventurers from what you can see, but you don't exactly recognize any of them. What do you guys do?
What seats are open?
There's only a few seats open, a few in each chair, a few in each table. You guys can choose whether to eat on the leftmost table, rightmost table, center left, center right, which one?
I'll
That's a
just
tough decision.
I'll just sit on the leftmost.
Imagine this picture that I sent you, but the tables are like there's four of those that are as long as these things. I'm gonna send you another picture of how long the tables are.
Oh
Four of
wow.
those in that entire area, and then the king. Behind the throne of the first picture that I sent, there's an opening that leads outside, overviewing the entire city. And the light just gets in the dining area just right where it hits the throne and makes the golden armor of the king shine and glisten in the sun. You guys are free to choose wherever you want to sit.
I'll, I'll sit at the closest one to me.
You sit at the closest one. Does your teammate follow you? Or do you guys sit on separate tables?
I'm sitting right in the middle.
Mm-hmm. All right. You guys
You,
sit. Sorry, what did you say?
I was just gonna say I was gonna sit wherever I can sit at. It don't matter.
All right. You sit wherever you can sit. And then you guys will start eating, or is there anything else you want to ask the lady that can do telepathy before she leaves, or what?
Mm,
Yeah, I don't have
I wouldn't.
anything to ask her.
No, I don't think so. I can't think of anything.
Yeah, me either.
All right. So you guys just continue to eat, and as probably eat for like a few minutes, maybe an hour at max, as you guys are eating, talking to the other adventurers. A lot of people are nervous about the plans because, let's face it, three vampires gave you guys a lot of trouble. How about 7,000 more that is trying to take over or drain the city of supplies by keeping it isolated from the outside world and outside help? So you guys are feeling kind of nervous. You guys are able to fight. We all know that, but you are not exactly immune to feeling of nervousness and fear of what might happen soon. And as you guys finish eating, the king puts his sword down. He puts his sword down and inserts it to the ground. And as he inserts it to the ground, he twists it. And then he says,
Watch and listen. I will only repeat this once and once only. Failure to listen will surely result in your death by the hands of the evil that is attacking us.
and then he twists it completely. And your entire vision, everybody around the room, uh, excuse me, goes black. Everything. Everybody, you hear someone panic, you hear some gasps here and there as everything goes black. Your vision goes black. Can't see anything. But then the king
Says, do not panic. It's a part of the magic. Soon enough, you will see an entire overview of the kingdom through a bird's eye. As you can see, to the south, most of the enemy's forces are there. To the east and west, we have two lakes over us. We have Lake Grisaya and then the sea to our east. So we must only fight on two fronts, north and south. Each front will have their own team of the teams that I have introduced to you last night. The diversion team, the scavenger team, the backup team, and the assault team. The both fronts will have those teams. All of the walls will be manned with silver arrow tipped archers and crossbow shooters. As you guys will fight, we will try to dwindle the numbers of the enemies in front of us as much as possible. But I want to reiterate, these beings, except for the werewolves, are unkillable due to the black moon, dark moon, blood moon, sorry. However, that doesn't mean we can't incapacitate them. In a few minutes, you will hear the bell ring, and we will go and do what we have came here to do. Both forces that are assigned to the northern part of the kingdom will head north where there are lesser armies of the undead. The south forces, along with our adventurers, will head there and protect the southern region of our city, of our kingdom. However,
He twists the sword again, and then another vision comes up to everybody's eyes.
you see these. We're not the only one with mages. Vampires are extremely intelligent. Some of you may only think that vampires attack with their claws and their fangs. That is not the case. There's not only warrior vampires, there's knights like you, like me. There are king vampires as well. Simply because whatever you were before you turned into a vampire, you get to keep those abilities. So as you can see here from what I'm showing you, at the furthest side of the enemies, they have mages. Not only that, they have monsters, ethicans, echimas, and other blood-sucking creatures.
I will show you what these look like. Give me a second. Let me just find. All right. I'll do that in a bit. I'll continue the monologue here.
So our diversion team must be careful not to attract the attention of such beasts, von bats, mula, and other beasts that will surely be able to catch up with our diversion team. So it is in your best interest to use the terrain to your advantage. The trees, the tree line, the water. You have known that as I was king of this land, I have made a rule that every death that goes beyond this wall, the corpses will not be cleaned. Why? Because corpses create the smell of blood and rotten flesh. The main pinpointing location of werewolves and vampires is blood and flesh, with the battlefield ridden with corpses. Even though you are bloodied, chances are the vampires, unless they see you with their own eyes, will not be able to pinpoint where you are. So take advantage of the corpses that are around us. Hide behind them, under them if needed. Value your own life. For one man that falls in this battlefield, 10 civilians will die. That is how powerful these vampires are. They outnumber us and they outpower us. So we must outsmart them in order to win this battle. This battle is not to eliminate all of them. This battle is so we can get resources from the outside world. We're running low on food. We have 2 weeks worth of food at best. However, we cannot contact the outside world. I cannot contact the other Jarls that I am allied with. If we do not break out this cage that they've put us in, we will surely go hungry. So the most important people of our team are the scavengers, for they will be the one that will be taking food and water from outside the kingdom and bringing it back. There are 14 teams of scavengers. 4 teams of them are adventurers, and the other 10 are of my own soldiers. The moment the horn sounds after the diversion team has diverted most of the attention of the enemy, you guys will move as fast and as swift as you can to try and find resources outside. You will be given this magical device.
And then soldiers around you come closer and then give you this device.
That device is a one time use device. It casts a magic flare to the sky. And if you use that, it will alert us that you are trying to get back to the city. So the plan is we use our diversion team to divert the attention of the enemies as you head out. Gather resources and fire that magic before you come back so that we can divert their attention once again as we let you guys in through the city. Any vampires and werewolves following you will face the wrath of the assault team. Is that understood?
And then all of the other people yell and scream.
When everyone is ready, in 2 hours, we will meet at the gates. We will execute this plan. The scavenger team will be given 4 horses and a wagon on each team. Their goal? To fill that wagon with food as much as possible from the surrounding hoods and villages, or whatever they can find, even animals. We need to keep our people fed, for even though we're getting food from the ocean, from our fishermen, it's not enough for the sheer amount of people we have here in the kingdom. If you have any respect and care for all the people here, then do it for them, if not for me.
He takes his crown from his head.
I do not wish a king to not have a kingdom, and I myself do not wish to be king.
He smashes his crown onto the ground.
It is simply my responsibility to keep my people and those that I love alive. And in order to do that, this is what must be done. To feed them until we can find what causes this blood moon.
And then after he finishes a few more sentences of his monologue, he finally lets everyone rest for a few more hours and minutes until everybody is called to assemble outside or onto the walls. What do you guys do?
Um, do we get any potions or anything like that? That's the thing I need to know.
You guys are gonna get equipment, extra equipment from your what do you call those? Respective leaders for each sector. So if you guys approach, this is the king talking, but I didn't exactly. I forgot for him to say. But yeah, he said that each group will be given special equipment in addition to the equipment that was given by the guards last night. If you guys approach the leader of your sector, which are you have the assault sector, you have the diversion sector, the backup sector, and the scavenger sector, they will give you equipment that will help you on your missions, which I will now give to you guys right now. All right. Potion of healing, five of them. I will add it to everybody else, but right now I'm adding it to us still so that it's easier to add to everybody else after. All right. Potion of healing, a rope, and then potion of invisibility, only one, and then scroll of revivify. What that does is you can use that scroll to revive a fallen comrade if they had died within 1 minute.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Is it possible for Serena to like study it real quick so she can,
She's not a wizard.
I'm, I'm trying here.
All right, and then they also give you alchemist's fire, 10 of them, because these will be very effective against vampires and werewolves. All right, so I will now be giving these items to all of you. So, potion of healing, alchemist fire, 10, potion of revivify, potion of invisibility, and to
How do I
you,
move the
Hyatt,
rope?
just move it up or down. Just move it up and it will move. All right, everybody should have all the items now. This ensures that you guys at least get to survive one death, because chances are you will die. However, Revivify only gives you to one hit point. One. And that is what the potion of healings are for. You have five of them that you can use to heal yourself after you get revived. And the potion of invisibility if things gets rough and you need to escape. The rope are to get you guys onto trees and stuff really fast if the vampires are chasing you. And then one of the guards approach you and says, I also have this for the scavenger team. And then he guys gives you a grappling hook. A grappling hook will basically allow you to become Spider-Man depending on the proper acrobatics check. But it makes it easier. For example, climbing a tree or swinging from a tree allows you to do that in like DC 14. With a grappling hook, it would only be DC 8, making it easier.
So
But
with
it's a
the
one-time
grappling,
thing.
okay, I just with the grappling hook, would that be able to like be able to enough like to move me while I levitate? I don't.
Yes, it will.
Okay, cool. That's why I just wanted to make sure.
All right. You guys ready?
As ready as I will ever be.
Yeah, I'm ready.
How ready is that? All right. The king invites everybody towards the wall. You guys are moved towards the wall. And as you can see, these walls are filled with people. There's people drawing their bows already, trying to shoot the people. And then when the king stepped over to the balcony, he
Is don't waste your ammo. Unless the operation starts, you must stand still. You will not kill these things with a single shot, even if it is a single silver bolt or arrow. It simply will not work. You're only wasting your ammo. Wait on my general general signal before you attack. Anybody who disobeys my law will be get thrown over the wall, be used as feed for those demonic beings. You follow my rules, or you get out of my kingdom. This is for the good of everybody, and if you waste even more arrows that could save a comrade's life, then you don't deserve yours. So stop shooting.
and then everybody stands still and says, "Yes, Lord."
In a few moments, the diversion team will begin their operation to draw out most of the vampires and werewolves away from us. And that is when the assault team will start to dwindle their numbers. Anybody who chases the scavenger team, the assault team will kill. That way, our scavenger team is able to get out of this area quickly and safely. Beware of the flying creatures such as karakans. For they are bloodthirsty beings. They will not think twice to devour you guys. These type of vampires, the karakans, are not like the normal vampires. They do not bite and suck. They devour and crush. They do not turn you. They kill you. So do it as a favor for yourselves. Avoid these things at all costs. Now, prepare yourselves. It's about to start.
And then from the sky, you see a bunch of fireworks rising. And they all explode in the sky, drawing the attentions of the werewolves and vampire to that location. And then you see it. You see people in horses. Then you see people in flying discs zooming out of the area while they are holding fire and then shooting all of the remaining the vampires that are chasing them. And this is when a group of 150 orcs get out of the wall and start hitting everybody with their flaming axes, with their flaming swords that are lit up with oil. And then this is when you guys hear the horn, and it's your turn to move. You follow your squad, you move out into the open, vampires following you. And then the orcs back you up. They hold some of the vampires that are chasing, cut their heads, and then throw it to the ground. And then they yell that you go. You guys go. You guys go as far as you can. Some still chasing you. but the army that is behind you, the squad that is with you, is starting to dwindle in number. Some of the men from the king are falling down, but even though they're falling down, they're buying you time as they fall down. People, werewolves, and vampires try to fight over that body and eat it or turn it. However, that buys you time. So even if it's painful that they are falling behind you, you guys push through. You push through until you reach this area. This area seems to be an old base. Looks like it is destroyed in a sense. Looks abandoned. You guys are leading the crew. There's a fork in front of you. You guys see this abandoned looking village, and you guys see an open road in front of you. What do you guys do?
Uh, I say we go to the village.
Okay. If all right, that's fine.
Are we the leaders?
Mm-hmm. Remember, the guard did say that he lent you his army.
You're following us.
Let's go to the village, everyone.
Then move it. Let's
All right,
go.
I
you
just don't
guys.
think it's smart to go too far out on the first day.
All right, you guys speed up your horses, and the number of vampires and werewolves following you are dwindling. There's only four or two now that are following you. You can't exactly see because there's like 50 people behind you, but you do hear them that they're still following you. And then you guys keep running. As you are running, you get to this village. This village does not look abandoned, like all the buildings are still intact. Uh, wait, did it bug out? Oh, it bugged out? What the heck?
I guess
Technical
we're not going to the
difficulties, one
village.
second. Give me a second. I got this. I think I got this. Uh, Maps. Alright, it's uploading. I tested this earlier and it worked. So, think of this as you just going through the forest, because it's still a very long road before you guys can see where you guys are going, where you guys are from. So, it's gonna take a while. Oh gosh, this had to happen. This had to happen now of all times. You know what? I got an idea. Remove that. The heck? Stop. All right. All right. It should load up now. I'm just waiting for it. All right. You guys reach the the outer parts of the village that seems to be abandoned because there's no one watching the walls and stuff. What do you do?
Just go in.
I'm gonna. Whoa, 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 whoa. We have men for that.
We are not sacrificing anyone, Estel.
Scouts?
I'll just no. I'll go around. I'll look around the corner. Okay. And I see nothing apparently.
You don't see anything yet. Yeah.
Take it slow. Keep your guard up. Stick together. Oh God.
I
God,
can't
what's
see
happening?
anything.
What's happening?
What's
Mhm.
the miss?
Can't see
I can't
anything.
see anything.
Mhm.
Everyone-
I'm ready to dodge.
Oh. Okay, I yell out to everyone, hold hands. Straight line.
And then they say, "Yes, ma'am. We're holding hands.
Link,
We're forming a
link up.
line."
link up. Stick to
And
your
then they
partner.
link up. And you guys also link up. And then you
If
hear,
something... Oop, my bad.
"Yes,
sorry.
ma'am."
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no. Run!
What do you guys do?
Just stick together and walk forward, and hopefully we won't die.
All right, as you guys walk forward into this previous village,
Moving. I can't see
you
anything.
guys are able to see stuff now, kinda, but not as clear as earlier. However, I mean, it's not as thick as earlier. You guys see this silhouette of a house here, but other than that, you don't see anything. You still hear some yells and screams behind you. What do you guys do?
I do
Let's
that.
go to the house.
I use that ability ahead of time.
All right.
Let's head into the house.
So you guys stumble your way into the house, right?
Follow my
And then
voice.
Yes, ma'am. And then they're following you. And you hear footsteps behind you that are all of your men and their swords clanking about.
Quiet.
And then you guys enter the house, correct?
Yeah. I guess.
Or do you not? Let me know.
Guess we gonna peek in and see what happens.
You peek into the house. And sure enough, there's nothing there.
All right, y'all.
Like,
Okay.
weirdly, nothing there. There's not a table, not a chair.
Oh,
It's an empty room.
suspiciously suspicious. Like that. Hayen, you go first. You was leading this. You go first.
Alright, Hayen, roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Apparently
you
blind.
roll?
I rolled a 5.
You're inside the house, and then from where you are, you do see a bit of stuff. You see one thing in one of the rooms, an old dining table. There's some fruits and stuff there. And then as you hold the bottle that are there, that's inside the house, you feel that it's warm. What do you do?
I look around more, I guess. Right, yeah. I look at the bottle more.
You look at the bottle more, and with your perception, you put together that someone was just here because it's still warm. They couldn't have gone far. What do you do?
Does anyone else see anything?
Ah, we're being attacked! So the soldier says outside. What do you do?
We run out there.
He's
Go.
still outside.
You run out, and then let me just put a token depiction of your soldiers here.
Please,
Each
because
soldier, each token is 10 soldiers, alright?
okay.
Each of these are 10.
30 soldiers.
There's one more
Oh,
over here.
oh,
There's
40.
40
Okay.
in total.
Dang,
Yes.
we already lost 10.
Wow, we're pretty bad
Mhm.
at this.
Well,
Hey, we told him to go in the house.
True.
we knew this
We
was gonna
didn't
happen.
say that. We told them to follow you, but they couldn't see. They just followed your voice to around over here. Alright. One of the guards approached you and says, "We're being attacked! Vampires! They're around us!" He says.
Calm down. This is what we came here. This is what we're here for. Just calm down and breathe, and we can make it through this. Stick together and watch each other's backs.
Mm-hmm. Alright. What do you do? He approaches you and asks, "What do you wish for us to do, ma'am? Our numbers are dwindling."
Like I said, we all need to stick together and not move out too far. Like
And
I
as
said,
you're saying that, you still keep hearing yells and screams for this from this group over here. There's only 8 people in that 10 group over there getting killed by what you assume to be vampires, but you only see one.
I run over there to help him, to help them.
You run over here. You pass through the 10. Oh, you run towards the vampire that
No,
close. All right.
the game bugged. I was trying to move in front of.
Oh, you're right. You see this vampire currently mauling on this poor person's body. The other people are trying to attack him, but he just raises his hand, dodges in, and then before he can strike, another vampire appears over here and sucks that person's blood, and then another from the other houses that you guys didn't check. And then one more from the house where you guys were just in also attacks this group of 10. What do you guys do? It starts
tight
to seem
formation.
like you're surrounded,
Tight formation now.
and then they all move closer.
At least I think that's the right thing to do.
That's what I was gonna
Somebody
do.
else.
Seems like it, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Somebody else want to give direction. Okay.
All right, now we roll initiative.
Y'all.
Don't
There are
worry, you can
5.
still role play and try to run away with initiative.
Oh, good. The three of us all get before them, hopefully. Oh, dang. I had
All
this.
right,
Dang it. Wait. How I
it
get
is
11?
this vampire's turn.
I had like a 20, but alright.
The vampire heads over and attacks the remaining 8 people here, and he can only attack one. Actually, 2 with his multi attack. He attacks 2, and they both fall. And then you hear the screams of those people as they shake and quake to the ground before they die. And then the other vampire does exactly the same thing. She yells. The woman yells. However, this time she attacks this flank. He's next to Estel, but is attacking this guard, doing the same amount of damage to these guards. Two guards die on this group. It seems like they're overpowering the front. Estel, it is your turn.
Hmm. I'm gonna throw a holy water at them.
All right, throw it. Roll it, dude. With a 17 to hit, you hit both vampires, dealing 18 radiant damage to both. They scream and yell. However, they turn their attention to you.
And now I bag up.
There they go. Where do you go? Is that where you go?
I moved. Yeah.
So you move 10 feet. All right. As you get there, some of the guards over here says, "We're getting slaughtered, sir. Orders."
Ooh, they were asking me for orders.
We gotta go, y'all.
We retreat, bag up.
All right. He stands up because it's that team's turn and says, "The leader said we need to back up. To where, sire?"
Really back out the village, honestly.
Yeah, but they're blocking the entrance.
I guess we gotta go through the village, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys
The
sure you
run
want to
towards the
go
back exit.
through the village?
I don't know.
It looks like there's a forest past the house. I don't know. We can go through the house into the back.
Yeah, a house
Follow
is
what
a good
Sarita said.
idea.
Just head into the house that we was in and go from
Fun.
there.
All right. So the guards start moving on their turn with 30 feet. They managed all 10 of them get inside the house. They trigger an attack of opportunity from this vampire and her multi attack. She attacks twice and then kill four more guards as they were running away. There's only five guards that made it from that group into this house. Hayen, is your turn. Serena just said to fall back into the house. What do you do?
Uh, because this went so well last time, I'm gonna create a bonfire. Like right where I'm, like right there, to keep these two,
This guy.
You
back.
do it. You can probably do it a little further than that. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
die
I'm,
over
I'm
here.
about to turn it. I'm about to get set on fire.
Well, okay,
Right.
okay, like right there. Okay, I'm just trying to like make a way to block these two, here, or at least slow them down to cover our retreat some.
Yeah, so where are you gonna place it down?
Gonna be right there. Oh, it has to be like
Alright, so this is a 5 foot by 5 foot cube. Estelle and Serena, roll me a DC 14 dexterity save. Or just click the dexterity save. Oh yeah, Serena managed to dodge away out of the fire. How about you, Estelle? You also managed to dodge away. Let's see if the vampires can. Oh yeah, both vampires are able to jump away from the vampire. Hayen, you must also roll a dex saving throw because you put it to where you are.
Oh, wow.
You also managed to get away from your own. Wait, no, I didn't mean to remove that. Give me a second. 10 feet. There you go. All right. Is that your entire turn, Hyan, or do you wish to move
Uh,
somewhere else?
I wanna attack this vampire as I run by to sort of give cover for these guys to get out.
Ah, smart. All right. Roll it. With a 4 to hit on your quarterstaff, you miss the vampire completely. It didn't even notice you, but you hit the ground. Is that your entire turn?
Uh, yeah.
All right. As the vampires are pushing everybody towards where you are, this vampire looks at you because you did almost set her on fire, and she attacks you with her multi attack. 2 claws and 1 bite. With a 23 to hit, she hits you for 16 damage. Your armor class is 20, she missed the second one. And with a 21 to hit on the third one, she hits you for 9. Roll me a constitution save. I mean, strength save to see if you are prone by the vampire trying to mold you down. You get knocked down and you are knocked prone by the vampire. It is alright, that's his turn. The guards over here, seeing as everybody needs help, he makes a decision. He rushes in and tries all of them, all 10 of them rush in and try to grapple this vampire with their dexterity check, pinning the vampire down onto the ground. And then they yell, "Sir! Back up, sir! You're more important than us!" And as those guards are saving Hyan, these 10 guards move in over here to block this vampire and this vampire. And they start attacking them, dealing damage to the vampires, however, not enough. Serena,
Mhm.
he turns to you and says, "Get in the house, ma'am. We'll hold them back." It's your turn.
I will not let everyone die right now. We're making it out of here alive. Okay? Okay. All right. Let me think. Let me think. Okay. So I'm going to, for one, I'm going to. Where's my inventory? How much does Alchemist Fire do to them?
Click on the, what do you call this? The eye icon of the
Mm-hmm.
item and it will show you.
Oh, 1d fire damage. Okay.
It's a 1d4 fire damage at the start of each turn, and everybody that is in that area also takes the fire damage. They take double damage from the fire, which is to the it's double damage, okay?
Okay.
And that,
Yeah.
but once you throw them at them, they need to pass a dexterity 10 save. But if they accidentally step on it, this is a chemical what do you call this? A chemical burn. It's not exactly fire. So even if you throw it at the house, it won't burn the house down.
Yeah. So if I use my spell scroll, sunlight or daylight, would that work to like radiate the area to weaken them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You would actually blind some of them.
Well, then I'm gonna use daylight, the spell scroll, and then
Mm-hmm.
oh god, and then I'm going to misty step. Hmm.
All right. So you casted it over here because you clicked here.
I didn't mean to.
So, oh, you
I
didn't
didn't
mean
know how
to.
to.
So
I
where
didn't
did
know how,
you? So
like
where
right
did
here
you
in
want to
the center.
cast it?
Like right
All
here in
right.
the center.
So everybody inside that circle are blinded from one turn because they did not expect the light. You know, they did not expect the light, so their
Okay.
eyes are not adjusted. They are gonna get weakened, but right now they're blinded, all of them. So that's your turn. You say the magic words of you casting the light, and then a bright sky appears into the fog, brightening up the entire area. The vampires shriek as they get their eyes hurt and they try to flee. However, it's still your turn, and they will flee on their turn. Is that your
Okay.
entire turn,
I'm going to
or do you
Misty
run
Step.
in?
I'm going to Misty Step over here. Yeah. Boop.
All right, that's your bonus action.
Yep.
That's your entire turn. This vampire that got attacked by this guard focuses on him or those guards and attacks them. Kills four guards in the process. There's only one guard remaining on this team. Only one is alive.
Get into the house, people.
It is this guard's turn. And then he starts to see that they're getting overpowered, overwhelmed. And then he remembers that the king ordered them to value their own life so that they may live to fight another day. So he backs his entire squad up into the house as commanded by Serena earlier. Triggers an attack of opportunity from two vampires. They hit and only kill two units. So this group still has four people in it. This has one, and there are currently five people inside. Is that all right? Next round is the vampire's turn. However, she is blinded, so all she does is try and run away from the daylight so that it does not burn her sight. Other vampire's turn does the same, runs out from the very bright light. The guard says, "Oh, if you're wondering why the turn order is different every round, because that's how it is. That's how it is now. It's better that way, so that it's unpredictable. So you can't say, oh, this guy's gonna take his next turn. Anyway, these guys say, Lord Serena's buying us time. Get inside the house." And then Serena. Oh wait, Serena. There you go.
Mhm.
Serena, it's your turn. I accidentally dragged you down, but after your turn, it's gonna be Hyan.
I'm going to uh once again use my bonus action to Misty Step towards the house, and pretty much Misty Step
Mm-hmm.
towards. Actually, I'm just gonna run. You know what? Bump that. I'm not moving. I'm gonna wait here, and I'm going to use my action, well, my bonus action to. This one's been hurt, right? Oops.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Colossus Slayer, and then use my silver arrows to attack this one.
Make sure your silver arrows are equipped. All
Where
right,
are
I'll
they? They're
reduce
down
them
here
to
somewhere.
19.
There we go.
There you go. I
Got it.
fixed them for you.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. You hit him for a 17 to hit. You hit for 10 damage. That's times 2. You hit him for 20. And this vampire shrieks in so much pain that he almost breaks his own jaw. Estel, it is your turn.
Am I also blind?
No, because you're not susceptible to daylight. You're not a vampire. Are you?
Might be. Okay, I'm gonna attack the vampire next to Serena.
All right. With a 16 to hit, you hit for which attack did you use for the true slash? The forward slash or the back slash?
Wait, what?
Uh, on your dagger of true slash, you can see it deals 9 damage on default attack. But if you use the second attack, which is the backslash, you deal 13 damage. However, you get a disadvantage on your next attack roll with that weapon. So which one did you use?
The 9.
Alright, you deal 9 damage. And then the silver damage does 25. 25 to hit. That is 6 plus 12 plus 9. The vampire goes down onto the floor, getting knocked out. Is that your entire turn, Nestle? Knocked out because they are immortal in the blood moon.
I'm gonna run into the house.
Alright. You run into the house. Hayen, it is your turn.
I used that on
You
myself.
heal yourself for 12 HP.
And then can I command this unit here to move and I cover them? Would that be my turn?
You must stand up first. But either way, yeah, you can.
And I did my Solea before the battle started all the way up here. Got a 10, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna use my quarterstaff against this vampire again.
You can't because you're knocked down onto the ground.
Oh,
So you're gonna have to stand up first.
okay. I'll stand up first and then I'll do that.
You stand up and then you hit for a crit, dealing 12 damage plus 10, which is 22 damage to this vampire, times 2, which is 44 damage to this vampire because of your silver weapon. This vampire looks at you all bloodied, screams and yells. Is that your entire turn?
I can. I probably can't attack again, can I?
Mm-hmm. You can still move, or
Yeah.
you can order the troops that, like you said earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna order the troops to back up and to cover them so they can't take damage.
Yeah, how do you say it?
Uh, move, move back to the house. I'll cover you. Don't worry about me. We need you alive.
All right. They say, yes, sir. And then they move. Oh, I misclicked again. But anyway, they did move into the house because it was their turn next. All right. Let's fast forward a bit. This guy also moves in. Serena, what do you do? This vampire, after being uh obliterated by Hayen, she ran out because of the light. This vampire also ran out, buying time for everybody. Hayen and Serena, what do you do? Do you also go inside the house?
Oh, yeah, so I was
Yeah.
gonna use my grappling hook to like grab him and like pull him to us, but never mind now. I'm just gonna run into the house.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
All
can I
right,
take?
you guys are. Hmm?
I was just gonna say, can I take some stuff from the outside to barricade the door?
While you're running?
Like right before I go in, while I'm waiting for a high end to get back to the door.
Roll me a sleight of hand check just to see how much you can carry with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, yeah, you take like this entire supply of firewood, probably half, like 10 pieces, and then you run inside. What do you do with that firewood?
I tell everyone to help me barricade the door and barricade any
Hmm.
windows that's here.
All right. Who's gonna help you? Are you gonna command the guards or
I'm gonna have.
what?
I'm gonna ask Estel and Hyen to get the windows, and I'm going to have the guards check on each other and make sure they're okay and clean up any wounds while I get the door.
All right. With that, you start to barricade the doors. You barricade the windows with the help of your comrades. However, you were only able to barricade this window, the window over here, and then this door over here. The outer doors on the outside and on the second floor are not barricaded. What do you do?
Tell them I tell Estel and Hyen to come with me into the second floor real quick.
They come with you. You leave your soldiers down here. All
Actually,
how much? One, five,
actually,
five,
I'm
10.
gonna leave
All
Estel.
20 of them.
I'm gonna leave Estel downstairs.
What?
Leave at least one person
Do
down
you
here.
not trust me alone?
No, I know he can. I know him better. That's all. That's all
Okay.
that really is.
All right. As you guys are running up, you guys hear banging onto the door. Not only one, but banging onto the windows and other areas as well. You guys are wounded. So are your men. They smell the blood. They're banging on the door, enraged and angry. What do you guys do?
If I can like somehow close these like shutters and the windows or something, and then we can go back downstairs and tell everyone to run out the back and hide in the tree lines.
There seems to be no one at the back. They're all here. All
Yeah,
right. So you close these blinds. And then as you get back down, you realize that the door is starting to break down over here. A hand of a vampire is peeking through. What do you do?
I whispered to everyone that we need to go out the back. That way the vampires can't hear me. That everyone move to the back and hide in the trees.
Everybody roll me a stealth. The guards will take the lowest one. Okay.
Lucky Jesus.
Why not so?
All right. So the two people from the second floor are able to get over here unnoticed. And then Estel, I'm gonna ask you this. How did you make so much noise that you alerted every single one of
I I tripped over nothing and fell on the floor. Since he said
them?
there's nothing in here.
Yep, there's nothing there other than a singular table that is over here. You trip on the floor, and then all the guards look at you. And then after that, you guys start walking towards the back. But since you did roll a natural one on your stealth, you don't just you don't just walk towards their back. You stomp. You're like every step on the hardwood floor. So you hear dozens of footsteps now going towards the backside of the house. And some of them are starting to enter the windows, but they aren't completely in there yet. What do you guys do?
People. Wait, didn't he say that?
Wait, I have an advantage on stealth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see? We had an 11 on advantage on stealth. Now I'm gonna have to see their passive perception, which Estel, I'm gonna show you here on Discord, is 13. So they would have noticed you either way.
God.
And they're starting to get inside through the window. One of them is through the window. Hyen, you're still inside. What do you do?
I. Hmm. What do I do? That is a good question.
You have 5 seconds to decide.
I
4, 3,
I move outside
2.
really quickly. I I make a beeline for the outside in a panic.
All right. How far do you move outside? You need to move your character.
I attempt to move him just like on the other side of the trees.
All right. Just over there.
Oh, I meant to move it there.
So you're not gonna move your full move speed from here to here. Oh,
Yeah.
25. You can move up to over here. You can move up to over there.
Well, I'm just trying to get to the trees over here.
All right. So you leave your friends, Serena, as the vampires are starting to pile on and enter the windows. This door is still open. One of the vampires has still not got to that door. What do you do?
I look at everyone and I say that we're probably not all getting out of here. I I'm sorry. We shouldn't have came here. I'm sorry. But I tell everyone to just cuz didn't the king say that he there's corpses and stuff with blood everywhere, so it's easy to hide? Or is
Not
it something?
here. No.
Oh, oh, damn. Okay, well, I just tell everyone to hide in the trees if you can. Get on
That
top.
was only around. That was only around Riften. It's a defense structure of Riften.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell them to get on
This is
top
a
of trees.
village near Riften.
Get on trees with
So
the
what do you
grappling
do?
hook. I'm going to run my 30 feet and grappling cut up this tree.
You trigger an attack of opportunity from this vampire over here.
Right next to it. Oh,
He's
okay.
gonna attack you with his claw. With a 10 to hit, he misses. As he misses, you jump into the air and then grapple onto the tree. Roll me an acrobatics check. DC, so it would be DC 14 minus 8.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
you managed to get up on top of the tree. How about you, Westo? What do you do as everyone seem to be leaving?
I'm gonna give my last hope order to one of the guards. I
Mm-hmm. What is it? Nopus, hello? I think he crashed.
Hello?
Hello? Alright, alright. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna tell him to. Hello?
Hello? Yes? You're gonna tell him to what?
Go down like a man.
Go down like a man.
Roll
I'm
me
gonna
a
grapple away.
persuasion check at a disadvantage, because these people know that you're leaving them for dead.
God.
Let's see what all of them have to say about that. Alright. This group, the 10 soldiers of this group, says no, because you're leaving them for dead, and that all of the blood are on you, and the other try to hold that 10 back, but since there's 10 of them, they aren't able to hold all of them back, so they attack you, Estel, for trying to leave them for dead 8 times, dealing, because there's still 8 soldiers there, only 2 were able to be held back, dealing a staggering 32 damage onto you, while the soldiers attack you for betraying them. What do you do, Estel?
I'm gonna disengage.
All right. You disengage half of your movement speed, which is up to there. Yes, over here.
Invisibility.
All right. As you guys left all the people, the vampires rush in. This is when all of you should roll a stealth.
Bruh.
As you hear the death of everybody. This vampire that attacked you, Serena and Hayen, he notices you guys. However, Esto ran in such a way and hid under this mound of dirt over here that he wasn't able to get seen properly. And then this vampire runs towards you, Hayen, as you're the only one he can reach, and then attack you with his multi attack. Let's see what he does, and then we roll initiative for only this guy. All right. With a 9 to hit, he misses. With a 21 to hit, he hits for 9 damage. All right. Let's roll initiative only for the 4 of you. Because there's only 4 of you. Esto, it is your turn. You see your brother being attacked by this vampire that is not allowing him to escape. Well, you have sacrificed the lives of 20 men so that you guys can get away. You use your action to heal. Is that your entire turn?
No, I'm gonna flank the vampire.
All right, you flank the vampire. Hayen, what do you do?
I
I'm
use
gonna
my
bonus
quota
action to
staff.
attack.
Oh,
Oh,
wait, what did you say, Estelle? Your mic is so low.
I'm gonna bonus action to attack.
With your offhand weapon? You can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
You can't. All right, let me show you why. Uh, it says here on extra attacks, every time you make an attack action, you get a bonus attack with your offhand weapon. But since you did not make an attack action, you cannot bonus attack with your offhand weapon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
That's
it.
how the ability works with the light weapons. However, you do give Hyan an advantage because you are flanking the vampire. An advantage with a 14 to hit. You miss this vampire with his 15 AC. The vampire's turn. He looks at you, Hyan, and says, "Say your prayers, boy." And then attacks you with his multi attack. With his 2 claws and 1 bite. The first one misses with a 17 to hit. The second one misses with a 9 to hit. The final one hits with a 21 to hit, dealing 7 damage to you, Hyan. Serena, it
Hmm.
is your turn.
Okay.
Just want to
Well,
remind you, you can attack twice because of your
yeah, I
level
know.
5.
Yep, I know. I remember that before a while ago. So I'm going to use. Has this thing been hurt yet?
Also, Esto,
No, it
you would
hasn't.
have taken a lot less damage if you used your. You would have taken half damage if you used your uncanny dodge because you can see the attackers. You could have saw the guards attacking you, and you would have taken like a lot less. Anyway, Serena, your turn.
See my friends getting messed up, so I use Hunter's Mark on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to pretty
Ooh,
much
6. All right.
be like athletically jump off and like roll or like turn and shoot this thing.
Oh, all right. I like it. I like it. You don't need to roll for the jump because
Okay.
you are on top of the tree. You only need to roll for the landing, but that's after the attack. Roll the attacks. At you do have an aerial advantage on him.
Hmm.
So you get that advantage. All right. With a 21 to hit or 25 to hit, you deal 10 damage. However, since it is a flank from Estel, you deal an additional 1d4, which is 3, plus your Hunter's Mark of 6. You deal 10 plus 3, 13 plus 10 because it's a silver arrow, 23 plus another 6. You deal 29 damage to this vampire. As you're going down, roll me an acrobatics check of DC 10 to see if you don't take fall damage after jumping off of a tree. You take 2d8 damage. Roll it.
A lot. Wow.
Nah,
Okay.
not a lot. All right, let's see whose turn it is next. Uh, Estel, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna stab him.
With one weapon? Ooh, that's a pretty good stab. All right. You stab him with one weapon. You're not going to use your second attack?
I use a sneak attack.
No, I mean, you're not going to use your main hand because it's a free attack. Because you already used your attack action, which is the silver dagger, so you can use the other weapon to attack. There you go. So 12 plus 16 plus 9. What is that? 12 plus 16 plus 9. Roll. That is 37 damage to this vampire. How do you do this, Estel?
Oh. Not sure. I'll get
All
back to
right, you
you.
want me to do it for you?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. As this vampire, since every turn is 6 seconds, so as this vampire is attacking Hyan, as he's raising his hand, this vampire gets hit by 2 arrows from Serena. And then as he's hit by 2 arrows, you grab one of the arrows, jab it inside deeper into his heart, and then you stab his face with your silver dagger, and it starts to sizzle because you're weak to silver. And then after that, you stab his heart with your true slash dagger. As you're in this position where you're kind of hugging him, you stab him in the face, and then your other hand to his heart. You defeat this vampire. You knock him down unconscious. And now combat ends. You guys get the EXP, which is 600 from this vampire. You hear the yells of your previous and former comrades over here. What do you guys do?
It's time to go.
All right, they're about to get finished
Let's
eating
go, people.
all of the previous stuff.
I tell the others to
Previous
let's
people.
go.
I'm gonna throw an
All right,
alchemist fire at that building.
you throw an alchemist fire at that building. Is that what you said? Your mic is kind of
Yeah, yeah.
too low. Oh, but a nat one of you throwing it. You tried to throw it here. However, the
Can
damage
I?
on your arm that was dealt to you early, you really throw it here with a nat one to your hit.
Okay, let's go.
So you throw it at nothing. What do you do now? What do you guys do now?
I tell Ryan to run and let's go.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave him either, but let's go.
yeah, we gotta get out.
Mm-hmm. And then from that moment, from where you are right now, Serena, with your passive perception, you start to see the guards start to rise up as vampires themselves.
God. Yeah, we about to die.
Alright, y'all keep going.
You're in the graveyard. Grab me a stealth. Everybody. Alright. Hayen, stealth. Ooh, perfect.
Thank
Now,
God.
as you guys are moving towards the graveyard, I just want to remind you that even though Elias is in the Bleak Falls Barrow, not all the dead stop rising. Only 75% of them. Because the maiden is still missing. And there's a zombie over here with his hand up and his face off the ground. But he doesn't see anybody. What do you guys do?
I think we.
Let's go around it.
As you go around that area, the fog starts to dissipate from earlier. There's still a bit, but not a lot. Start to reach this clearing from on where you guys are. The road looks clear. You don't see anything. What do you do?
I vote we get out of here. We just go this way. Try to
I also agree.
get away from
There's
this.
so many vampires around here.
Yeah, because the only vampires were the ones chasing you. So
I'm gonna heal myself up a
potion of
bit too.
healing.
Yep. Dang, y'all are hurting.
Oh yeah, they are hurting. Lesson learned: when you're about to sacrifice people, you don't tell them to fight like a man.
Use cure wounds on Estel.
I thought I was the
Oh,
one
Estel.
low
All
in
right.
charisma.
All right. As you head out from that area, you reach this um kind of a clearing from where you are, and over that horizon, from the blood moon above you, you see a pack of werewolves below where you are. Because from where this water is, there's a small waterfall that leads down. And then where that waterfall leads down onto that land, you guys are higher elevation than them, but below there you see werewolves. And that is where we end our current session for today. You guys killed all of the soldiers.
Won't so like